Alright, hey everyone! Welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline set in our very own Velinara campaign setting. It is a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and with me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Sirenscape.com. And now we get to meet our heroes as they are engaging in some political chess moves. And we'll begin with a introduction for Bracken.
Yes, hello everyone. It's me, Bracken. I'm Thresh. I'm playing Bracken. Our Kender monk fighter who's really good with punching things and not good with words, kind of like me right now.
We love that. It'll be great. Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Avi.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Avi. She's a half-elf bard sorcerer who cares about her friends deeply. She's constantly quietly singing or humming, and she's just a little spooky.
We love a little spooky.
We sure do.
Alright. Next up for our introductions, let's learn of Cecil.
Hello, my name is Brent, and I play Cecil Darkholm. He's a forest gnome cavalier who is very much enjoying the political intrigue that we've been involved with. It reminds him a bit of home. Even though he didn't do a whole lot of this back home, he was kind of surrounded by it. He's standing by to continue supporting his friends to the best of his ability.
Alright, and then let's get an introduction for Xander.
Hello, everybody. My name is Beau, and I play Xander. They are a changeling artificer. A lot has happened to them, especially since last episode, I guess, behind the scenes. But yeah, I don't know. We'll find out what happens today.
Oh, we'll find out what happens. And with that, let's dive into our session. You have been fairly active in trying to prepare for the ball that is coming up, the Sanguine Masquerade. And you have gone shopping for accessories and outfits. But there are other things that you are doing as well. Plans, preparations, things laid down as foundations for work that must be taken care of. And your most recent endeavor in this was sending out a letter to one Oswin Skulldoodle. A request for a meeting. As you are waiting for a response, as you are perhaps waiting for well, you did hear what the opportunity for Bracken was. It seems that Bracken's being called in perhaps as extra security for the event itself. There seems to be an interest in having people and having fighters for Vittorian at the event, at the gala. What is it that you guys are doing here, in that sort of in-between? Do you continue going back to the manor, the estate grounds? I'll say that this is going to cover 2 days, that we're going to just do a little bit of narrative here.
I would have gone back, maybe for a few hours each day. Played a bit. If I ran into Everard, that's, something. Each time putting, a little bit more effort into my appearance.
Mm-hmm. Do you play while you are at the estate?
Yeah.
How many hours would you play?
Maybe do 2 sets. A day for, I'd do maybe 30-minute sets. So altogether, over the 2 days, 2 hours.
All right. You can add 20 gold then.
Thank you.
Cecil would have gone back and spent time with Captain Shaverban to try and determine the actual strength of Vittorian's personal guard.
Roll for me. I'm going to have you make me 2 rolls here. I want you to roll for me insight. And then
5.
Now, this is an interesting one. You know what? An interesting check deserves an interesting roll. Roll for me in an athletics check.
14.
14. You approach this as a trained soldier and guard yourself. You know the ins and outs of battle, perhaps from a more defensive stance, but you've trained on either side. From your readings, from your spark notes of readings that you've been given, Shavraban is more the opposite. He finds strength in the offensive. And from his depictions of the guard, it seems that he thinks lesser of them because they seem to be primarily defense-orientated. Based on your combined 5 insight and 14 athletics.
All right. Thank you.
Sander? Bracken? What are you guys doing over these next 2 days? If anything.
So I mean, Bracken's definitely getting ready. He probably would spend 1 day to go and see if he can get kind of a briefing on the job, and then the next day, obviously, handle it whichever way we might. I think he would go with Cadrib because I remember Cadrib was really excited about getting fancy clothes. He wants to help Cadrib pick up his stuff and then also see what in the hell is a 12-piece suit. So those are the curiosity. He would have trained for both days at the establishment, but he's got to figure this one out. This one's been rattling in his brain ever since he ordered it.
So,
What?
I'm just thinking about the words that I'm gonna have to use to describe here.
Oh boy.
So, oh man, all I can think about is jutes.
Jutes.
If you know, you know. But
I spelled Javi all over my jutes.
okay. So, yeah, we can definitely do that. So a 12-piece suit is not as fashionable as most people might think, especially as you go to pick it up. It is 100%. You've got again, like, the only thing I can think to describe them are jutes, but it's like the pant legs have been cut off from, like, there is shorts, but like boarding school
and
shorts. And
it's I got leg warmers like a Final
Yeah.
Fantasy character.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
So there's that. And of course you've got the shirt. You've got 2 vests and a jacket.
Whoa.
And then
Okay,
you've got
wait, let's run it down. Let's count it out. So the shoes are part of the ensemble.
so well, they're not actually like
They're shoe covers.
yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 there, 2 legs. The pants is 1.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 vests. That's 7. The jacket is another.
Mm-hmm. And then you've
Then
got
I'm assuming the arms.
yes.
Okay, that's 10.
So let me just shoes, leg warmers, pants, jacket, arms. There's the shirt itself. So you've got the 2 vests and the shirt.
And then a jacket. Okay, that's 11.
Yeah, and then you've got the hat, the little mini suit on top. I told you that I was gonna come into it.
All right, there it is. Boom. I like that you said that so matter of fact. Yeah, and then you got the mini suit on top.
Yeah. It looks like the suit that you wear, but like, again, it's smaller, meant to be worn as a hat.
And it's more filled out. Yeah.
It's more traditional looking. It's very much what you
Yes.
showed me.
I assume there won't be an issue here. Very good.
Well, I can't say that I've made too many of those, but I'm glad that you've got this one.
I'm sure it will turn all the heads. This is incredible. I feel like you could say I feel like I'm dressed to the 12s.
I like you.
He'll look like $12. Sorry.
A 12 grand bar?
Mega.
We could go all night.
Putting on the dozen Ritz.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you're able to pick up the outfits. And we'll say that between Bracken and Cadrib, everyone's boxes of outfits can come back in one piece, and send a courier with the payments. I'll get full total gold at some point for you guys.
Yeah, we'll send.
Yeah. It'll be handled. But yeah, no, you guys are Xander, what were you doing these 2 days? As so that's easily enough done.
Um, the first day I think would just be spending Natriana, especially after we had our time. I think it would mostly be spent like writing in my journal, uh, going to grab my suit, um, just making sure that whatever happens when we get there, that Z looks very handsome, and I guess fits in more than what they did last time.
Okay. Then as the 2 days go by, it's about middle of the day for you're about the end of the first week. One more week until your deadline. When a letter arrives for Avi. And Avi, you can see that the letter comes from the desk of one Oswin Skulldoodle.
Oh. Yeah, I'll open it.
There is a invitation for a meeting at the Whispering Quill, which is his portion of the library.
Did it say when or just I have a standing invitation?
You have a availability coming in the next day. And after that, he's unsure when his calendar would be quite so open.
Got it. I'm gonna run and find Cecil.
Okay.
Cecil?
Yo, what?
So I have a meeting with Osmond Skulldoodle.
Oh. Just you?
Yeah.
What are you going to do in this meeting?
Well, hopefully I'm gonna plant those papers.
Oh. Is it going to be weird that he recognizes you from before?
Well, I told him that's who I was when I wrote him a letter.
Oh, okay, that's good. First time accident, second time intended.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. I'm just really worried that I'm gonna screw this up.
Well, I can come along and act as an escort of sorts.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can make sure no one else comes in. So you're going to hide the stuff while he's in the room?
Uh-huh.
What if I made a distraction out to draw him outside of the room to give you some time in there alone?
Ooh. Okay. That could work. I like that.
Is there any way this could go wrong?
I could see a million ways this could go wrong, Cecil.
All right. Well,
Everything could go wrong. Everything could go wrong.
he's just kind of a guy just sits in his office. What would get him out? Fire?
You want to set fire to the library?
Not all of it.
Huh.
What if it was just like a trash can in a bathroom? Would that be enough to get him out?
It might. I'm not sure.
They probably don't have any sort of fire alarm, do they?
I wouldn't know. That's not been part of my investigations.
Hmm. I think fire sounds fun.
Fire does sound fun.
Hmm.
Should
Is
I
it
wear my
too-
fancy clothes? My
Yeah.
meeting clothes? Okay. All right.
What if I get caught setting fire to the library?
Well, that's another thing. The way I see it is this is your part of the plan, so
What if I wouldn't be invited back? What if I get my
that
welcome revoked?
that's a problem.
Huh, so just don't get caught.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It seems simple enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When you were in there, was there anything that like it looked like he was working on, or any types of books that you saw that he might have been gathering up?
Hold on. Was there anything specific? I mean, I was kind of perusing shelves, but was there anything specific that I noticed on his desk?
Roll me a history check.
Oh, I can. Oh, that's good. That's 20.
Uh, a lot of what he had on his desk seemed to be correspondence, such as letters, and probably a very easy place for you to slide in what you've got. You didn't see, of course, and you weren't close enough to get super specifics, but he was, it seemed, writing letters at his desk.
It just looked like a bunch of letters.
Okay, so he's not partial to any part of the library.
I mean, he's
All right.
partial to his private area.
Mm-hmm.
I can't set that on fire. Avi's gonna be inside. So you're confident that you can find a place to stash it where it won't be found by him, but could be found by someone else.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking,
Uh-huh.
Cecil. You remember that Bracken was telling us about that guy who pays for information?
Oh.
So, what if we plant the evidence and then we find that guy and we're like, we hear that this guy's got some funky papers.
Yeah, some messed up kind of business.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna kill him?
Not today.
Oh, okay, that's important to understand.
I don't think no. I think if I do this, if I plant the things, I think my hands are clean of the killing part.
That's fine. So when you go in there and talk to him, you're not gonna like make friends with him, right?
I'm gonna try not to.
Yeah, that might make the killing part more challenging.
Yeah, but everyone says he's a good guy, and
Still a vampire.
I know he's yeah.
Oswin's not a vampire. Oswin's a wraith.
I was about to say-
Oh. Still a wraith.
Yeah, but he's a wraith, but he's a good guy. And what if I do end up, kind of being friendly?
You can be friendly without being friends.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Just that we've got real clear instructions on what has to happen to this guy.
Yeah, I understand. We gotta kill him.
Well, yeah, and I'm not crazy about it either, but
Hmm.
if we weren't, then we'd have probably 2 vampire people very mad at us.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not as good as 0.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna find some fire making material, flint and steel, perhaps. I think I know.
Alright. Then I'm gonna go set out my clothes. Figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair.
I'm gonna stretch and limber up.
Alright.
Now, I will remind you that the meeting is not until tomorrow.
Oh no.
I'm talking
This
about
takes
the
time, Faye.
stretch
I'm
and
getting
limbering.
real limber.
Yeah, I was
I'm-
more in reference to the stretching and limbering up.
It's a 12-hour process, Faye. I don't know what to tell you.
Ayo.
We're gonna be late. The party's tomorrow. We're gonna be late.
Party is not tomorrow.
Oh my god.
No, I need to get ready. I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna ask Ron to braid my hair, and so I can take it out tomorrow, and it'll be all pretty, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
I'm gonna practice lighting fires.
Okay. Maybe do it outside. Don't let Silas catch you. That's your practice for not getting caught.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna.
Look at that.
I don't want to light everything on fire. I'm just gonna find a bucket and practice on that.
Look at us making plans. We're so good at this.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Lorcan to like play hide and seek / fire.
Maybe let everybody else know what's happening.
I think it's funnier if it's just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Lorcan that I'm gonna go hide somewhere instead of fire. He has to try and catch me before I set the fire.
Ooh, I like this. I won't. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet.
Nothing can go wrong here.
Cecil,
Hey, what's up?
can you roll for me a stealth check, please?
I would love to. That's an 18, Faye.
That's really good. Lorcan rolled a natural 20.
All that means is we're both good.
So as soon as you are, so like Cecil, you're moving through. You're keeping your eyes out for Silas, who's out here as well. And you think you found a great area. And just as you are pulling the steel and flint out, you feel Lorcan's hand on your shoulder. What do you think you're doing there?
I didn't even start the fire yet.
Wasn't the point for me to get to you before you got the fire?
Did you? Yeah.
You cheated.
How'd you do that?
I'm good at paying attention.
Could you help me? Could you help me by teaching me how to fool you?
You gotta,
What could I have done better?
I don't know, not be wearing all your armor that shines.
Cecil's eyes will narrow.
Look, I could have called it dainty, but
What does dainty armor have to do with finding me hands on hips?
Hands on hips.
look, if like there's not a lot of light out here, but with enough that there is, it hits your armor, it shines off, and I can see it.
So why'd you have to say it was dainty?
Because
Wouldn't that be a smaller target for the light?
no,
Sounds like an advantage.
dainty does not mean small, it means delicate.
Fine. Give me 15 minutes and we're gonna try again. And I'm gonna run upstairs and take off all my armor and try again.
Okay. Oh.
This is the best day.
You know,
Why don't you-
Avi bringing up getting ready for the party has,
Avi's getting
brought
ready
some-
for a meeting.
well, all the same, has brought something to my attention. I need to see how this 12-piece suits fit,
Oh my goodness.
and I only trust one person's opinion. So I'm going to get dressed up in this suit and surprise Terry with my 12-piece suit ensemble.
Oh. Oh, you can't hear it over the Discord, but I'm dying.
Yeah, I see it on stream.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh my
So
god.
I will go to a privy, and I will. The way this suit makes sense to me is that I have to put on my shoes first, and then I pull up the shorts over the pant or over the shoes, then the legs, and then I secure the shoe covers. Then I put on the shirt and tuck it in. And then I put on the first vest and then the second vest. And then I realize that I layered them wrong, so I take them off, and then I put on the right first vest and then the second vest. And then the coat, and then I put the sleeves on for the coat, and then I will affix the suit hat to the top of my head, and I will make my way to see Terry. And if anyone knocks on the door, I'll be like, "In a minute."
Oh. As you have this, and as you, Terry is told, you hear a sort of knock on it. Bracken, you wanted to show me something?
Yeah, I got some cool new duds. Check it out. And I'll like swing the door open and stand and do like a Superman pose.
You see that Terraminder sort of freezes and like takes a look over.
Eh?
You definitely, I've never seen anything like that before.
Neither have I. It's apparently very fancy.
I mean, I wouldn't know anything about being very, very fancy, so if I don't know anything about that and I've never seen anything like this, then yeah, that makes sense.
Apparently, the way it goes is the more pieces your clothing are made of, by being single pieces to make a full set, means more. Bracken will start like looking a little bit into the like 1,000-yard stare as he realizes now he doesn't know what he's doing.
I think. Well, of course, you're always attractive, Bracken.
Oh, thanks, Terry. You too. I think you're really cute.
Oh, thank you. And she gives a smile and a blush as she kind of looks off to the side.
Look away. Yeah.
Yeah.
They both look away from each other and blush for a second.
They're so fucking cute. They can't take a compliment from each other at all. It's very much the middle schooler. Hey, so you want to like hold hands in the park?
Oh my god, are we gonna get in trouble? I want to, but I don't want to get yelled at.
But so just because I'm not used to it doesn't like. If you're feeling really fancy and you're going to a really fancy thing, I think that like, yeah, this is the way to go.
Thanks, Terry. That makes me feel really good about this.
And she just gives you like the widest of smiles.
Yeah, I'll give her a big hug and tilt my head so that my suit hat doesn't interfere with her hair that she worked on today.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Cecil, give me another stealth roll for your 15 minutes.
Four.
All right. Well, good thing this is a contested roll, right?
Sure.
I shit you not. It is another natural 20.
Oh my god.
You are stepping down from the stair. You are just a feet from exiting out into the gardens when you hear Lorcan, hey!
Cecil just kind of freeze.
I've already caught you. I gave you your 15 minutes.
I hadn't even started yet.
Do you want another 15?
No. Stupid Lorcan always paying attention to shit. Cecil just kind of stomp away.
You weren't talking about that when we was on watch.
No response, no look back, just one solitary finger
Sounds about right.
carrying a bucket in my other hand.
So, anything else that happens in Ravenmere Manor before we move to our next day, where Cecil and Avi will be making a trip. Maybe other people might be making trips too. Who knows?
If Cecil would have come across Xander at any time, he would have just kind of squinted his eyes, looked for him, and be like, "You look different," and just kept walking.
Xander looks at Cecil. What do you mean?
I think you know what I mean.
I don't think I do.
I know it when I see it.
Okay, I'm confused. Are people watching me at this point?
No, you just got a different little spark in your eye.
I mean, I am putting effort into my appearance for once in a while.
Nah, that's not what I mean. You're good. Cecil's just gonna walk away and be like, "Good for you, Xander."
See you later.
See ya.
Along the same line as Cecil's, you look different. Lorcan says nothing to you, but just gives you like a clap on the shoulder and a thumbs up.
Okay, this is getting really weird. I don't like this. That's kind of the internal thought. I just reach my hand, my non-prosthetic hand shake. Yeah, whatever is happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why everybody's saying I look different. I feel like I am like the same.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Just because I know that other people in the house may not be quite so... I don't know, I mean, I know Cecil won't mind hearing this. We've talked about worse on the road, but we've got some polite company in the house. I'll just say you've got a glow about you. You know, something might mean that you released some energy. Maybe found a bit of warmth in the night.
Oh no.
I mean, no, it's good on you. You know, we all need a little bit of reprieve here and there, and you know.
I do have a question. Were we too loud?
Well, I didn't hear nothing. Again, I'm just good on you.
Okay, I hope my silence device worked. So that's comforting.
Well, do you have any people that nearby to your room? Or were you in hers?
We were in mine, but I would I be aware of other people near my room? Or is it far away from people? I never really figured that out.
If anyone wants to be near Xander's
Yeah, why
room,
not?
then yes.
Of
I'll
course.
I'll go to Avi. Well, thank you. I don't know. I guess I'm. Let's just say I'm healing up some old wounds.
Look, you don't have to explain nothing to me. I've seen plenty of folks down in the Red Candle District. I know how it goes. So, just make sure that everything's all fine and dandy on your side. You're good.
Okay. Well, I guess it is nice talking to you. Apologies if you did hear anything.
Yeah, Lorcan will just give you a wink as you leave.
I'll immediately go to Avi. Hey, Avi.
Xander.
Did you by chance hear anything?
When?
A few nights ago.
Few nights ago. Maybe some giggles. And then nothing. Kind of turned around. Was that about right? It was like giggles, and then there was like nothing.
That sounds about right, yeah. And you can see, like, she's actually kind of giving time to think back to a few nights.
Why?
Really no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I was testing out a new device. Wanted to make sure it worked. Thanks. Is there a roll I could do to see if that device actually worked or not?
Roll for me a D100, and we'll say that if you roll anything beneath a 11, your device failed.
Uh-oh. Okay.
What kind of device was it?
It's just something I've been testing out. Sometimes I need to shut out the sounds from around me, but also none can escape out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was putting it to the test a few nights ago, but I just wanted to get a consensus as to whether it worked or not. But by the sounds of it, it looks like it didn't. And if Natriana is close by, I'll just kind of give like a little nod.
You do not see Natriana currently.
I'll just
Well, hey, if you ever need someone to like test it out for you, just to make sure.
Well, just let me know if you need it, and I'll provide what I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As they walk away, they look different, don't they? Right?
I think I would say they look more relaxed.
Yeah. That's it.
They are having the worst anxiety ever. want to make sure no one heard nothing.
Let me just roll something here real quick.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Just don't ask about what goes on during clerics, because apparently someone's getting an earful that they may or may not have
Ooh.
asked for.
Oh.
So,
Oh no.
I hate that gift so much.
wait, which one? Oh my goodness. So,
So good.
it is so good.
Good for you.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, you good?
I just saw what Brent wrote.
Yeah.
Brent, if you don't have an inspiration point, take one.
Thanks, Faye. That's the kind of community this is.
Look, most of the
For
inspiration.
those who haven't seen context, Brent made a joke that no, I'm joking. I can't.
That's the thing, though. Most of the inspiration points that I give out are because people made me laugh. So, I'm the DM here. I decide what is amusing.
Dear Lachlan.
Is there any more teasing that happens to Xander this day?
If Bracken does see Z in the hallway, Bracken will just kind of eyebrows as he walks by. He knows something's different, but he doesn't want to lean into it, so he'll just keep it real quick and quick and easy on a flyby.
Bracken. Bracken. Okay, apparently something is different, and I just am not seeing it. Oh. I'm literally just gonna try my best to hide whatever I can.
Like, are you trying to put on like an air, or are you like literally like needing to find a place where no one's seeing you?
I'm gonna try and put on a face. I'm gonna try and hide it.
Performance check, please.
They don't like how much attention is being drawn to that fuck.
You just hear from whatever room you're passing by, the voice of Carissa, the noble that seems to have been traveling with you. If that is your poker face, you're going to have to try a lot harder if you want to make sure that something's hidden.
See, I used to be good at this type of stuff. I'm not anymore. Well, I guess that's all public knowledge now, even though... Okay, whatever. Anyway, sorry, that was just me being in my thoughts.
I could quite tell. You're going off about something being public knowledge, and, well, obviously it's not quite. Though I do have my guesses, as she, like, trails her eyes over you.
Oh crap. Oh yeah, I'm definitely... He's definitely just shirtless. Oh. I slowly begin covering my midsection. Sorry. Uh,
Oh,
I'm not dressed.
I've seen plenty of people in states of undress. The Red Candle District isn't just for men.
Z gulps. Well, I'm gonna go get dressed. Have a nice day.
So, Z scurries back to their room. Carissa does what Carissa does. Avi's hair is being braided after a nice bath. Cecil debating probably
So many things.
so many things. Lorcan keeping an eye out for any attempts of Cecil and his bucket. Bracken rocking a 12-piece suit.
Hell yeah.
And this is where we have to take our first ad break. So we'll come back and we'll have a meeting with Oswin Skulldoodle. And what could go wrong there? But
Absolutely nothing.
But before we can even get to that, we do have to get through our ads. So please stick around with us. Let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. You can directly support us through my Ko-fi link, that's on screen, as well as in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests. All sorts of fun things that happen there. So stick around with us. We'll see you guys very soon. We'll be right back.
Right now.
Oh no.
Welcome back.
Awful.
Oh my goodness. I need to get my links back up, it looks like. Alright, hi everyone.
Oh,
Welcome
man.
back.
Ah,
We have fun here.
Oh boy. We're coming for you, Uncle Joe.
Stop it!
Grandpa! Grandpa!
Grandpa Joe. Oh my goodness. So, as we are returning, the new day comes, and this is when you all, or at least when Avi has an audience with one Oswin Skulldoodle. Cecil, you said that you would come along as a distraction. What
Yeah.
How do you guys head out? What are you? How have you prepared for your endeavors?
No armor. And fire setting materials.
Oh.
Sounds good.
I took my braids out and, we styled my hair kind of nice. We put on my fancy meeting clothes. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I've got my bag of holding with the papers in it.
Okay.
Cecil, where's your armor?
I'm all sorts of messed up. Lorcan said it wasn't good and it was too shiny and people would see me because he saw me.
Oh, honey.
It's okay. He really just found me instantly, twice.
You want me to punch him for you?
No, no. I'm the one who can't hide. Maybe I was saving up all my good hiding ability for this time.
Okay, how about this? How about I don't punch him, but I scare him real good for you?
Oh, you can do that anytime.
All right, nice. We'll work on that when we get back.
Oh, heck yeah.
Avi, Cecil, do you try and leave without alerting your other companions?
Oh no, I've told Ron everything.
I was meaning more Xander and
Oh,
Bracken.
Cinder and Bracken. Should we tell them?
Well, if we never come back because we got captured and tortured, at least they'll know.
Yeah, all right. I'll get Xander if you get Bracken.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Pitter patter, pitter patter.
Does Cecil run around barefoot?
No,
The sound of foot to stone?
not at the moment. Bracken,
Huh?
Avi and I are gonna go to the library, the spooky library.
Okay.
She's having a meeting with that guy again, Skulldoodle.
Right.
I'm gonna set the library on fire.
Dope. Sounds
All
like
right.
a good plan. That sounds like an awesome plan.
Well, if we
I
don't
don't
come
see
back,
where this could go wrong at
it's
all.
more of like an FYI thing. If we don't come back, we're either dead or dying.
You know, it just occurred to me. How have none of us ripped on this dude for this guy's name being Skulldoodle?
It's just too easy, I think.
Fair enough. Way too easy.
All right, see ya.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to guard school or whatever. You guys have a good day.
Hey, did your clothes fit?
Oh yeah, they did. They were awesome. Terry thinks I'm sweet in them.
She thinks you're sweet in them?
Go burn down a library or whatever.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, okay. See ya!
Bye.
Hey, Xander. Boo. Hi. So
Hi.
we're leaving. Me and Cecil. We're
Oh,
going to the library. I
what
have
do
a meeting with Osmond Skulldoodle.
you got a meeting with Skulldoodle?
I did. Don't I look? Is this fancy enough? Do you think? I got my new shoes on.
Oh, give me a twirl. I would love a twirl.
Of course, I give a twirl.
Yeah. Very well.
Yeah. All right. Great. So we just wanted to let you know, in case we don't come back. And Cecil's gonna set the library on fire. Okay, bye.
Wait, what?
It's fine.
I just want the last thing you hear to be like, wait, what?
Avi in the background. Don't worry about it. It's all planned out. Bye.
It's fine. We have a plan.
You make your companions aware of the situation,
Mhm.
and Cecil and Avi, you head to the estate, the Gazedul estate. Before we get to what Avi and Cecil are doing, Bracken, Xander, with Avi and Cecil out of the house, what are the two of you doing?
Bracken's gonna try to go to guard school.
So, walking in the same direction, but just slightly after them.
Yeah, I'll get some things together and handle my own thing and
Okay.
go at my own pace.
Okay.
So that way it's not like, oh, they hang out all the time. They must know each other. They must be a group.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Bracken, Cecil and Avi are gone, basically.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think Xander is. I guess they're just gonna continue preparing for the masquerade. They really do want to try and make sure that they look good for it. So I think they're all hands on deck, like making stuff, they're making a mask. They are gonna try and surprise everybody with their own masks.
Okay. Just for my own amusement,
Oh.
roll for me. Just roll for me a straight d20.
Okay. Mm.
Now I just need to make a note. Alrighty. And then... So, as Z works on being a little creative at the Robinmere Manor, we'll start with Bracken, since Bracken, you're the only one that's going to the guards. Currently, at least. We'll see what happens in the library once we get there. You find your way sort of crossing the ground to an area in the distance. There's the spire, but you've been told the manor house near to it, which is where Vittorian keeps his space. And as you approach, you do notice the vampire fighter Sibylla giving directives to a pair of guards and having them set out on patrol. And as she turns to move down the pathway, spots you, gives you a look over. You're early.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to make sure I was, do the right place and got all the, exactly what you were looking for down, and if there was anything I needed to show up early for paperwork or whatever, I'm here to make sure it's get done right.
You will be here for training 3 days ahead of the event, so that way you understand who you'll be working with. That much, I believe, was upon the instructional letter you received.
For sure, yeah, it was. I just, never hurts to be early for the job you want, right? Haha.
Give me a performance check, please.
Oh.
What does a 6 look like here, Bracken?
Bracken is all of a sudden very clammy. He feels like he's blowing this super duper hard. He where his confidence was in the initial fight is now gone. The professional side of this has completely broken down, and outside of combat, his weaknesses are showing.
There is the cold and keen eye of Sibylla upon you. The silence drags out. long enough that it is perhaps causing a anxiety, a sort of worms squirming under the skin type feeling.
You know, you're probably right about the whole 3 days before thing. My bad on that. I'll see you in a couple days and we'll get this all sorted right. Eh,
It is good to follow orders, Bracken.
Indeed, it is. Have a good training, and Bracken will give her some finger guns and turn on his heel and scurry away. He's gone.
Yeah, you can hear the footsteps that are like kind of following after you as she continues on her own pace. As she was sort of heading in this direction as we were coming up, but you don't seem to have any more awkward situations with Sibylla when you scurry off far enough. Where do you go, Bracken?
Bracken's gonna go get a feel better mummy's wrap.
Sounds about right. In the library, it's another day pass.
Mm.
And you are able to make your way, Avi, to the sort of red velvet rope that's still there. But you've got your invitation with you. You have a meeting.
Mm.
Cecil.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Cecil, as you enter in, how are you approaching this situation? Are you wanting to try and take a more stealthy approach, or are you trying to take a more performance, acting more nonchalant?
I guess he would be walking with Avi for a while, and then he would just kind of try and peel off down like a row of books or something stealthily.
Alright, roll me a stealth roll.
17.
I will keep your 17 in mind. Avi, you're in the Whispering Quill, and you can hear the sort of scritch of a quill upon parchment.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of walk up to like close to where it's desk and give a knock on a bookshelf.
You see where the sort of shadowy features of this gnome look up and please come inside. He motions to a chair that's on the other side of the desk, one that wasn't there the other day.
Huh. Well, thank you for agreeing to meet with me.
Oh, of course. Always looking to make acquaintances and have conversations with people who are in need of them.
Avi, by the way, and I'll hold out my hand.
Oh, so Skulldoodle, but you knew that.
Pleasure. I'll take a seat.
So
I felt awful
no,
for the other day.
it happens more often than I might prefer, but not the first, and most certainly won't be the last.
Mm. It's just there's so many rules. I can't keep on top of them.
Well, a lot of the rules here, not just in the Dual Estate, but in Gloomnor as a whole, are there for the protection of mortals. A realm such as Velda Umbra is harsher, and therefore, those with a not as suitable constitution, we must do our best to give them a flourishing chance.
I have been in the city for, it's been a few weeks. It's definitely been an experience. And of course, this estate is something else.
We are working to make sure that it is befitting for the city. He gives a smile.
How long have you been working here?
I stopped counting years at this point. I've been here as long as Victorian, and, well, I've been with Victorian even longer. I go where he goes, essentially. He's a good man.
Mm.
Couldn't imagine a world without him.
That kind of loyalty is hard to find. I'm sure he's real lucky to have you.
Well, it's not just that I am loyal to him. He's loyal to all the people that he works with, but we don't need to spend our meeting talking over Victorian. You had questions, yes? Or was there some other reason that you wished to meet?
Well, I suppose I do have a few questions. How long has it been since y'all started letting mortals just kind of hang out here?
Well, that is a great question. You see that it goes back to when Lumnawar was first being made into the city that it is now. You, perhaps being here as long as you have, noticed that we have the trade road does not go through the center of the city, but keeps to the outskirts, and that everything upon the inside is walled off.
Mm.
The noble and high-ups of Lumnawar are quite secular, and he goes on into this history lecture. But
Doing her best to smile and nod.
yeah. As this is happening, Cecil, how long do you give before you start putting your part of the plan into action here?
I'm looking for what I need right away.
I mean, technically all you need is one book.
I'm looking for like a waste paper basket and a bathroom. Whether the bucket is in the bathroom or not doesn't matter. I'll take one in there if I need to.
Roll for me an insight check.
That's a 21.
It's probably going to be not as close. This is primarily a space for the undead. You may not have such functions. You might be able to find, perhaps, akin to that, a private study room. But
Sure. Really, anywhere with a basket that looks private enough for a minute or two.
yeah. Give me an investigation check.
That's a 5.
You definitely find a private room, but you're not finding a bucket. No waste basket, nothing.
Alright, what do I got? What do I see?
You see the private room. You see there are plenty of books. There's one guy's papers. He seems to have left on a table. You see that there's like inkwells and quills. He probably didn't like just leave them. He's probably like off, maybe getting a snack or talking to someone, maybe gathering books.
Is there an active fireplace, or have I seen one?
You have not seen an active fireplace.
How about an inactive fireplace?
Not in the library.
Shit.
Though, you may be able to find, perhaps in the back part of the library where there are the focuses on the dark magics, perhaps something for small fires in the alchemy kits, but that would put you close to a certain trader.
That's fine. We're friends. I don't want to go back there. Okay. How long's Avi been in there?
A few minutes at this point.
If I look around, there isn't anyone near me, in visual sight.
No one within visual sight.
I would like to find the book with the lamest title.
Give me an insight check just to see what lame.
That's a nat 1.
You can't read it. It's in a different language, but it is like very long. So most of the time, when you've seen long titles, they're like very academic words, plain
Okay.
and boring.
It's like a spell scroll of wish. Okay, I will open this to the middle, look around one more time to make sure there's no one in visual sight, and just put it on the floor and light it. I'm gonna try and like put it equidistant from any bookshelves. It's distraction. I don't. My intent is not to do any real damage here.
Okay.
I light the book and then I scurry away. As calmly as I can.
Give me a performance check to stay calm in your scurrying.
That's an 18.
Okay. So, yeah. Meanwhile, back with Avi, your impromptu history lesson, comes. And see, that's when we've started to allow mortals to really sort of flourish here. Of course, they've always been welcome since the larger trades, but Victorian and, of course, myself agree that there is no use in treating mortals as lesser in the civilization as there may have once been such prejudices. And so we are trying to, of course, shift our focuses into being a more welcoming space.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, I have been hanging around here a while. I started playing down at the Vein. I'm a performer, so it's been a wonderful experience.
Well, I am glad to see that you have been reaping some of the benefits of our work. Unfortunately, I have no ear for music. I couldn't tell it's cats screeching from the best opera.
Well, I have been enjoying my visits here, and I suppose that's thanks to you.
Avi, what's your passive perception?
16.
Be about this point, and you're starting to smell smoke.
I'm so sorry. Do you smell that?
I must apologize. Since my demise, my senses are quite different. What is it?
I'm terribly sorry. I smell smoke.
Smoke, you say?
Yeah.
You'll see that kind of gets his attention. If you're smelling smoke, then perhaps there's a fire. That's not good in such areas. And he'll like kind of waddle towards the front of the room, towards the opening, trying to catch.
As soon as he's not looking at me, I'm slipping the papers under some letters.
roll for me a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and roll with advantage.
Go for it.
I have
boy.
+4, but that's a 15.
15. You slide the papers underneath what else is on the desk, and he seems none the wiser.
Okay.
But you do see that he is trying to see if he can catch the eyes of the clerk that is normally within eyesight of the open doorway of the Whispering Quill.
Right. I'm gonna get up and see if I can't, I'll stand behind him, kind of peeking out, looking both ways.
Roll for me a perception check.
Perception. It's 24.
You see that the clerk is not at the desk because the clerk is already on way to assist in the fires.
Oh goodness. Oh, he must have gone to investigate already. This could be bad.
If someone is investigating it, best thing is probably for us to sit tight. If it's worse than what it could just be a bumped candle, then we'll be alerted. But no need to panic and cause any undue stress.
Oh, well, if you say so. All right.
Then at this point, the smoke smell doesn't increase, but it still lingers. Cecil, you've been able to make your way out of the library unstopped. No one seems any wiser that perhaps you have done something a little devious.
Excellent. Perfect. Surprising, but good.
The clerk does make his way to the room where Avi, you, and Oswin are, and we don't know who had done the act, but one of the books was set afire. Some of the texts, singed, but there doesn't seem to be any major damages to the structure.
Oh, good. That could have been much worse.
Undoubtedly. Well, I'm so terribly sorry. With such a situation that has come up, I really must be speaking to Vittorian. Very sorry that we could not answer perhaps all of your inquiries this day.
Oh no,
But
it's fine.
if my schedule does open up and you wish to continue conversations, please do reach out.
Of course, I will. It's been lovely.
Of course. And I'm, again, very glad that our efforts have been doing you justice. With that, you see where Oswin begins to kind of settle things upon the desk, shuffling the papers you had slipped in with his own, unknowing and none the wiser, and just sort of settling things to perhaps do as he said, speak with Vittorian.
Then I will head out. Give a nod to the clerk.
The clerk just kind of stares at you.
Rude.
He always has been. Avi, it's easy enough to find Cecil on the outside.
Good job, Cecil.
I did it.
Yeah, you did.
Please, if you ever meet my sister, never mention this. She would be very sore with me for setting a book on fire for any reason.
I would never say a word. Avi will definitely tell her everything if she ever meets her.
It's the reason why Avi is like not Triana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, why not?
Hold on.
I know how these usually go.
There's always
Oh, I
chance.
got 21.
Oh, yeah, mine.
Cecil's not gonna say anything,
Okay.
but he's gonna remember.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do, Cecil? We could go home and we can scare Lorcan, or we can do something else.
We could scare Lorcan. That's always a good option.
Mhm.
Are there any other dominoes that we need to set up here leading up to the masquerade?
Um, you want to see if that guy's around at the vein and tip
Is
him off?
it too soon to
It
do
might be
that?
too soon. I don't know. I don't know how to do this stuff.
Well, I'm wondering if we could put that tip in after Oswin's off the table.
Ah, yeah.
Because
Interesting.
I feel like if we do it while he's still around, so to speak, that would give him a chance to at least plead his innocence and be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Double dead men can't talk? Is that appropriate around here, I think?
I think so.
Well,
I wouldn't know.
I think we shouldn't give him the opportunity to defend himself. How did it go in there?
Oh, he is, he's very kind. He talked a lot.
About what?
I don't know. I kind
What?
of tuned him out for a while.
Nothing of note came up?
He went on and on and on.
Did you ask him anything?
I asked him how long it's been since they let mortals come on the estate, and that's when he started talking. A
Did he speak of Vitorian at all?
little bit. I do
What
remember hearing that name a few times.
What'd he say?
Beats me.
Do we think that Vitorian would also try and protect him if an opportunity came up?
Oh, absolutely. He's very loyal.
Ah, okay, that's what I was afraid of. But I also
Mm-hmm.
figured that would be the situation.
Mm-hmm. But it don't matter if Vitorian. We just need to sow doubt into somebody.
Right, right. But I think if we let our secret out while Oswin's still around, then Vitorian may take his side regardless, and I don't know. I think it's best not to give him a chance to speak.
Mm, yeah.
Well, are there any other? Well, we have to plant some other evidence, right?
That was all of it.
Oh, you got both pieces of evidence
Uh-huh.
planted?
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sure did. Right in that stack of papers.
Now all that's
perfect.
left is the murder.
Yeah. And my hands are clean of it. I planted the evidence. Somebody else gotta kill him.
Well, we could get together with everyone and come up with a plan of when that might happen and determine when would be better or best.
And I must remind you, it's Oswin Skoldoodle and at least one other in the Vitorian close circle.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah? You need at least 2 deaths.
Well, we know 2 of them.
You do know. You know at least 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think the commander of the Vitorian's personal guard would be a good one to remove as well. If they're all as loyal as Skulldoodle, I imagine she would be among the most loyal.
Sure.
We have to kill Bracken's boss.
Yeah, we do.
Cool. Let's maybe circle up with everybody and see what everyone else thinks
All
about
right.
when we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
So, you guys are able to make your way back to the house, the Ravenmere Manor. Bracken, after your feel better mummy's wraps, you are also able to make your way back to Ravenmere Manor. And when you guys return, Z, you've been hard at work. There are masks that are waiting for the group. They are in the process of drying, as some of them have been glued together and painted. With a 6 plus your proficiency, because I was doing DM stuff in the background. Your masks are very much of the level of like summer camp macaroni art. So like there's intent and you can kind of see where things were going, but based on the limitations of materials, it's just not quite where you perhaps wanted it to be.
Oh, Xander. Honey, these are
I
these
know.
are beautiful.
No, be honest. I lost my touch.
What are you talking about? This is better than the one that I bought. You know, I'm gonna keep this forever.
We're gonna put it right up on the fridge.
Yep.
Please don't lie to me. And I'll pull out one of my old masks that I built in my workshop, and it's like this super intricate like skull mask. This is what I can make. I'm sorry.
No. Honey, no, Xander, you don't need to be sorry. Okay, maybe I did go a little overboard with the praise. If you don't want me to, I won't. I'll take it all back. The most important thing is that you thought of everybody and you made these, and I think that counts for something. I will be keeping mine, and that's the truth.
Okay, well, I'll talk to someone and see if I could get better materials before the actual ball, and maybe I can make something more like what I wear regularly. To where it actually looks a lot better than this piece of crap.
Well, I bought one for myself. So if that takes some pressure off of you,
I guess, but I'll still make you one that's a little bit better.
all right.
Especially as compared to these.
Well, we did have something that we wanted to talk about, as a group.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. So we got those papers, that evidence planted, and now we need to talk about killing people.
Okay. What do you guys have so far?
I don't know. We gotta kill a really nice guy and then somebody else. I mean, he's boring, if that counts for anything. which I think it does, but I'm just trying to grasp at straws at this point.
Trying to justify something that is not easily justifiable.
Yeah, I don't want to do it at all.
All right. What are the options, I suppose?
Well, we kill him or we don't.
Yeah, something's gonna go down at the masquerade.
I was meaning more, who do we have for options?
Well, we've got Skulldoodle, and we know he needs to go.
Of course.
And there's that lady that Bracken wrestled.
We'll say that you guys were given a list of his associates. Those are the two that you have the most interaction with, but you do have other options.
Well, the lady I wrestled with is his head of security, so I don't know how far that gets us.
Well, taking her out seems like it would degrade Vitorian support. And that's what Listana wants.
Hmm. I'm gonna look through the list again.
Cool. The figures that have been noted there are Zendrelis Castellian, who is a shaded soul dark elf. Elfrida Umbrelite, a nymph shaded soul. Avelina Night Whisper, a banshee, and Sibylla Duskraven, human turned vampire.
I will close my eyes and just Xander will like close their eyes, put their hand on the list, kind of move their fingers around, and then land on one.
Roll a d4. The name that you are pointing at is Zandrelis.
Well, I guess leave it all a chance. We have our next target.
Oh, that was easy.
Hey, Bracken?
Hmm.
Can you give me a history check?
Yeah, I can give you a history check. A check of the history variety.
You swear you've heard that name before.
I know that name. That namey name. That namey name that somebody goes by.
Is that the one that you almost fought while you were following me in Everard?
What, the nerd?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
As you think back, no, you don't think it was him, but it was from around the same time.
Somebody else and all that.
And then it hits you. The dark elf in the corner that was giving out money for information.
That guy. The guy that would pay us if we told him stuff.
Oh, not that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, well, that kind of throws our shit under the rug.
Why?
Because we were going to tell him about the papers.
Well, he must tell others, right?
It's a good thing we didn't tell him yet.
Now, do we have to kill him or simply persuade him to our side? Question for Faye.
There was an added, if you could sway the others, you could make that attempt. But you do need to kill Oswin Skulldoodle and at least one other in the entourage.
Oh, okay. Well, I imagine that he's going to tell whoever he's going to tell fairly quickly.
Hmm.
But would it look strange if he suddenly disappeared?
It would be strange. I do have to be honest. A known secrets keeper disappears after a group of people tell him something important.
Hmm. Well, if he's a domino that we need, then perhaps we choose someone else. He's his uh his part to play, even though he doesn't know that he's playing it, is pretty critical to what we've already set up.
Mm-hmm. All right, Hand of Destiny. Here we go.
All right, roll me a d6. Avelina Night Whisper, the Banshee.
Yes. It's a ghost. How hard could it be?
I don't think we've met this individual yet, or know anything about them.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I could find things out.
yes. I also have that machine that I built in the Shadow Repository that I could possibly turn into something useful in this case.
Hmm. Well, if that's our target, why don't we make it a priority to find out as much as we can?
Yeah, see if they're a more useful target than Sibylla.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you start your investigations right away, or do you give it in the chance in the morning and then throughout the next day?
We can start tomorrow, yeah. We did a lot today.
Yeah, we've got time.
I have plans here anyway.
Oh,
I'm gonna try and get my failed invention to become something that might actually be able to work. I might also get in touch with people and see if I could head back to my old workshop.
Hmm.
So, as night comes, you rest, you get ready for the morning, and there will be, of course, your investigations. Why don't we, for anyone who would be looking into Avelina Night Whisper, get investigation rolls, please. Avi's a bit distracted.
Yeah, I might as well.
Yes.
I need some information to even have a hope of this machine working.
Bracken's also a bit distracted. But for Cecil and for Xander, you of course find out basic information about banshees, most of the histories pointing them to be elven ghosts and legends, women scorned, and omens of ill fortunes and fates. But in specific regards to Avelina herself, she is a very known figure of Vittorian's social circle. She is a powerful player of the political chessboard in Gloomnor's aristocracy, often acting as an advisor for Vittorian. And as the two of you come to those conclusions, we'll see how you share and approach the information with your companions after upcoming ad break. So, hang out with us. We will be right back to continue our story, but before we head out, please let the ads run. They're important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen as well as in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks to the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things that happen there. So, stick with us. We'll see you guys very soon. Alright, we're back. And when we return, Xander, Cecil, you made some discoveries about who Avelina is.
I'll share with everybody what I found. She's kind of a close advisor to Victorian. Banshee, maybe an elf. Scorned previously, now a Banshee.
That's spooky.
It does sound spooky. How do you kill a Banshee?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we fought ghostly things before.
We sure have. I think we'll be alright.
I think you're right, Ovi. Do we want to find out where she hangs out? Maybe where her house is? Maybe talk to some people about her? Talk to her herself?
I don't know. I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Bracken, Sandra, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm on board with that. It's always fun to go snooping around with y'all.
It's exciting. I'll get to learn more about something that I never really got taught. So it's always just like, sorry. It's always exciting to learn about this type of stuff. Oh.
Alright, where are we gonna go tomorrow then? Back to the estate?
That sounds good.
Yeah, you said you had stuff to do, Avi.
I have a thing to do.
Does it involve Larkin?
It sure as hell does.
Oh, hell yeah! What are you gonna do to him?
I'm just gonna talk to him for a bit.
Holy shit, okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go find Lorcan.
Yeah, easily find Lurkin.
Cecil
For
wants to casually follow, and he doesn't even need to be in visual range. He just wants to be. I know he only needs to be in visual range. He doesn't need to hear.
Okay.
before I make my presence known, I'm gonna subtle spell detect thoughts.
Okay. The surface thoughts that you kind of get on Lorcan is, Miss Matilda's cooking is real nice.
That's it.
I mean, it's the surface thoughts. It's like what's coming like right to his mind. Like
Mhm.
this is like as soon as you subtle cast the spell and you're kind of finding him, like the first thing is, man, Miss Matilda's cooking is real nice.
Goodness.
Now, if you want more, you could always try and push and pry,
Yep. Yeah, but then he's gonna know.
and then he's gonna know. But
Cecil was
Yes.
just like peeking over the back of an ottoman or something.
All right. I'll push you. Not into his mind, but into the room.
okay. So you enter into the room, and Lorcan sort of notices. Doesn't like jump up or anything, but you can see his eyes flick over to where you stand, and
I'm looking around. He's alone. Yeah, we're the only two in here.
yeah, you don't see anyone else here. And then
Great.
of course the mind comes like, oh, it's just Avi.
Mm. Hi, Lorcan.
Oh, hi Avi.
What you doing?
Oh, just hanging around like I normally am.
I heard you were helping Cecil out earlier.
Yeah, he came to me, asked for some assistance, and of course I was gonna help out my friend.
Now, what I had heard is that you made him feel self-conscious about his armor.
He's always self-conscious about his armor.
Call him
Then-
dainty.
And then the door locks.
Click. um, I didn't call him dainty. I said that I could have, and I didn't.
But you mentioned the word dainty.
I did.
You don't know how he feels about that, do you, Lorcan?
I know that he's a bit, perhaps rough around it, but I mean, he did make some jumps in the fact that dainty being like small, and I was like, it's delicate, it ain't small. You can have the world's largest swath of fabric and it still be dainty.
Here's what I'm saying, though. If you make him feel self-conscious about his armor again, and that's when I'm going to ask for a wisdom save.
Oh,
It's a wisdom save in universe
Uh,
entail.
That is a 15.
That is a failure. He's scared of me for an hour.
Okay. Cool. You can see he's sort of like chest up a little bit, almost like trying to seem a little larger, a little more intimidating, but you can see in the eyes that he's keeping watch of like the room, noticing exits. You can see that Lorcan's fear is perhaps presented in smaller, more subtle mannerisms.
But hey, I don't think I need to finish that sentence. It's a good talk, Lorcan.
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
know,
out.
I think I've got work elsewhere, and he's moving off.
The past Cecil, the high five.
Oh, absolutely. Cecil's still sitting there staring at Lorcan.
Lorcan is out of the room. He walked in the opposite direction of Avi.
You really get him there, huh?
I did.
That's great. He really. I just wish he wouldn't have been able to find me so easily, and he's so smug about it.
Well, it's a little magic between friends.
Yeah.
It'll only last an hour. He'll be fine.
Cool. And then Cecil will minor illusion a floating thumbs up.
All right.
Yeah, magic. It's the only thing I can do.
Well, good job.
Yeah. I make it a bigger thumbs up.
Whoa, look at you.
The super like in the Facebook chat.
You
Yeah.
hold it down and it blows up and does a little wiggle.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta find time for bongo lessons soon. Okay.
Yes. Oh, it's always time for bongo lessons.
All right.
Cecil's gonna go practice bongos.
And they too much.
All right. So, anything else? Any other investigations or preparations that anyone might want to do?
I'm gonna see if I can try to use what I have like in my bag to try and make my machine work. I don't feel like it could, but
Well, why don't we make a roll for this then? I'm gonna roll something on my end, and I want you to make for me a intelligence check, and you can add your proficiency bonus.
so plus 5. Math.
Just use the thresh method. Math.
math, 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 math. 23.
23. What you seem to have in your bag, well, you've got enough for, basic repairs or little small tinkerings. Something of the device that you have in mind is a little bit more of a grandeur that you don't quite have. You would need to either scrounge or maybe go out and make some purchases for materials to build something sufficient for fighting a ghost.
Then I think what I might do is I will wait until a little bit closer to the masquerade, maybe like 4 hours before, and I'll leave right around then.
Well, the masquerade
back.
is still a week off.
Oh.
Yeah, you're trying to do these before the get everything kind of set up.
Dang. Huh. Okay. I'll figure it out. I might try and scrounge around and see what I can find.
Okay. Do you start with the Robinmere Manor, or would you head elsewhere into the city?
I'll head into the city.
Okay. So, Xander heads off into the city. We'll follow that thread line here in just a moment. But, back at the Robinmere Manor, is there anything else that is happening this evening? Any other potential researching, any other antics between friends?
Cecil's just practicing bongos. He never knows when that lesson's gonna happen.
Cecil, why don't you give me a performance check on that?
6.
You're definitely playing bongos.
Yeah.
I might phone around and see if she wants to do anything. Well, we have a little bit of time.
You got nothing going on here.
Okay. Yeah. You and Ron are able to, she's been utilizing the time here and the, resources to continue, some of the research into, the, sort of akin to how she was researching her own histories before, but instead of focusing on the past of Genasi's and conflicts that she may have been directly involved with, she now is seeming to just sort of be interested in the more militaristic histories and seeing where perhaps balls have been dropped in history that can still be picked up and brushed off and done better in the current day. It might be some attempts to atone and feel better about any sort of unknowing misdeeds of her past.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely help her with that.
So the two of you kind of, the two of you read, and it doesn't seem to be as heavy as research as perhaps you may have expected, interspersed with, of course, cuddles, hand-holding, gentle kisses. Making the time not just about the research, but the two of you. As night falls in Gloomnor, as it always does, but now becomes later in the evening that most of the polite society heads to bed and closes up shops. There are, of course, still people that are open, those that are more desperate for work. And Xander, these are the streets that you find as you are walking Gloomnor. There's not very much in the form of lights. Again, this doesn't seem to be a city that is set on convenience for most of its peoples. Convenience is a luxury that is bought, and so it is regaled mostly to the center of the city. But most of the business that is still operating is currently on the outskirts, in the more traveled districts. As you are looking for these materials, go ahead, give me I'll say an investigation check.
16.
16. It's fairly good. You think you've got an idea of where you need to go. You're recalling people and shops. Of course, not all of them are still here. People move. This is a city that never rests, not truly. But as you are coming across some old stomping grounds, roll for me a perception check.
11.
For a moment, there was something that you heard. Maybe some poor sod fell into a pile of trash. Your hackles raise a bit, but you're in perhaps a more seedier aspect in town, or part of the city, so strange noises are to be expected. You think nothing of it and continue on your way. As you are able to collect the necessary components that you think would be for at least getting a prototype, you are given a box that you can carry that has all these bits of metal pieces and tinkerings, items that quite get the inspiration and the imagination going. You're on your way back to the city, or at least to the Heart Cordon, and more noble areas in the mausoleum districts. When see all of a sudden there is a hand over your mouth and nose. Another wrapped around you. What do you do here? Do you try and fight back?
I'm gonna try and fight back.
Okay. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check here.
14.
14. You struggle, but the arms that are clamped around you are almost like iron. You're unable to quite break out. And there's another voice. Another set of hands, and this will be a lot easier if you calmed down. Z? What is your armor class?
16.
How unfortunate. There's an old adage that says meets it, beats it. There is a pinch. Something akin to a needle syringe as it enters into the neck. And then there is this cold liquid that is released by the plunger, and Z. The world around you becomes fuzzy. You are falling unconscious. What is the last thought that you have before you go down?
All I see is the shape and the coloring of a golden tiefling. And the last words that come out of my mouth.
As you try to speak, Z.
Oh!
As you try to speak, Xander, your tongue is heavy. Words slur. You are trying to speak, you know it. But with that golden tiefling in your eyes and the world closing around it into darkness. See, you are unconscious. And I think on that fade to black, we're gonna end our session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I'll see you all in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. You can follow us here on Twitch for live streams. You can catch our VODs over on YouTube for past shows. And then, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.